Okay, so where did I leave off last? I was talking about my doctor's visit and my last vlog on how to never take, like never to take Imodium and antibiotics together, and how I was angry because here's the thing. If you ever have really bad diarrhea and you're gonna go get tested and they give you antibiotics, it's better to always get specific testing and to get specific antibiotics as opposed to a wide broad spectrum antibiotic, because wide broad spectrum gets rid of everything. It gets rid of the good bacteria, the bad bacteria. But the cool thing about antibiotics that are strain specific is that it's nicer on your stomach. So anyways, if that's happened to you and you are experiencing a lot of heartburn, or what I had was non-ulcerative dyspepsia to the point where it just felt like there was a hole in my stomach, I really advise, out of so many probiotics that I've tried, there are two. And this is good if you have irritable bowel syndrome, if you have leaky gut syndrome, or if you have candida overgrowth, which is they're all kind of under like this umbrella of chronic weird gut disorders that no one knows what to do about. And these probiotics are called active acidophilus. And why I say active acidophilus is because there are acidophilus that is just acidophilus, and I don't know why, but active acidophilus works way better. And there is some in some natural food stores. So I was in Toronto at the time, so anybody that is watching this from Toronto, I went to there is a natural food store downtown across the Big Carrot, and I forget, but it's right beside the Big Carrot. And it had this bottle, and it was green, like it was green and white, and it said active acidophilus, and it was shelf stable, meaning that it didn't need to be refrigerated. So something cool that I learned is that better high quality probiotics, the ones that, you know, they work, the bioavailability is greater, is when it is shelf stable, because when it's refrigerated, it means that it could have died during the transport and all that stuff. So I do recommend having shelf stable. And active acidophilus is great because it's going to help, right? Restore the good bacteria. And then plantarum. So I was it two years ago, I dated a guy who was really big on marketing this probiotic called plantarum. And you know, he did a lot of research on it, so I got to learn all this stuff about plantarum and why it's the most powerful single strain probiotic. And I didn't know how effective it was. Like, for me, active acidophilus was really good, but I feel like pairing the two and alternating is really powerful. And then I kept, learning more about probiotics with the gut journey that I had before. And plantarum is that probiotic that stimulates your own ability to make your own good bacteria. So those two are really good. So if you're having gut issues, heartburn, really good to get that in there because it just really helps with the bubbling and all that stuff. But I have to say it goes back to healing the root of the problem, because even though I had heartburn and it helped, and then when I had candida I took active acidophilus and all that and it helped, and I had gut problems and it helped. It's like my gut issues, they didn't go away. It was just kind of flimsy. It was on and off unless I healed the emotions underneath the gut issues. So for me, I healed my deep self-esteem issues that I had. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how it is. And I healed really deep insecurities that I had. And I'm not saying that I don't have insecurities anymore, but I'm saying that they were so deep. Like I was so afraid of everything. I was just living in fear. So that was that. And I just had a lot of shame and a lot of guilt and a lot of oppression issues and a lot of anger and a lot of resentment and all that stuff. So when I healed that, that's what truly healed my gut issues. And I go into that, like, I'm just going to keep talking about, as much as I'm going to give props to probiotics and, you know, certain foods and stuff, which I do have, I do outline foods to eat, and I have the shopping list for IBS, the food. So I do think the food's important, but I will push the truth, which is that you need to heal the stress and the emotional stress and all that baggage that is in your body, in the cellular memory in your body, for your IBS or your gut issues to truly heal. So that's that piece with heartburn. Oh, and with heartburn, I would also recommend eating very small portioned meals that are not acidic. So go easy on the juice and the tomatoes and things like that. You want to go bland, no spicy, not too salty, no black pepper, nothing that would irritate. So I always push soft steamed rice, sweet potato, hot, and not like fresh hot soups and stews. All those, I mean, even if you listen to that, doesn't that sound like it would be the least irritating? So forget the advice that you're hearing with what to eat. Just go with your feeling. Doesn't hot soup feel nice to your belly? Like you need to get to that level of, oh, what to eat, because if you keep listening to every damn conflicting food advice out there, you're going to get more stressed out and drive yourself more crazy. And I speak from experience because I went crazy. So start to your stomach is it's tender, it's really irritated, it's not working right. What food could you eat to help it flow smoothly, right? If you think about your gut, it's like this mushy long 9 foot, 6 foot, 9 foot, whatever it is, gushy thing that just pulses peristalsis, and just moves the food, the liquid down. So what would help is soft, mushy food that would just aid the process of nature. So I really recommend stews. Oh my God, just nice slow braise, like slow cooker. Get a slow cooker and braise some meat and eat it with soft rice, and eat a very small portion, very like hand-sized portion if you are having issues with heartburn and all that stuff, because the more food that you put into your stomach at a time, it's going to go on overload and all the sensors are going to go off, and it's going to be, it might be overwhelming and it cause you more problems. So you need to just eat little portions and space it out so you can eat it every, so if you're having heartburn, help yourself by eating every couple of hours, and soothe your stomach because it's very irritated. You need to be very, very nice with what you eat, and to aid your digestion by drinking nice warm teas, and no caffeine, because caffeine is a GI stimulant. So just nice warm fresh teas. I like chamomile and fennel, and don't really recommend peppermint if you have heartburn. So you can try that. Okay, so that was the teas, the soft foods, and the probiotics, which was active acidophilus and L. plantarum for heartburn.